All right, y'all. So we're back from doing whatever stupid stuff we were doing in the trucks. Now we are going to.
I feel like I want to take this thing out.
Get this gauge put in. What? Oh, that key.
Yeah. I'm curious to see if she fires up without this. I need to know if I need to put that in or not. That's what I'm curious on. So
okay, plug it in. We're gonna see if it powers up because it plugs into the OBD2 for some of the readings.
Some cars it says it doesn't grab power from the OBD2, so if it does this, then we don't have to wire all the crap up.
It might take a minute.
Yep, powers up. And that looks tight.
Oh yeah.
So that's what you choose what you want to look at,
Yeah,
or what?
those red lights you can do warning lights, shift light. You can do all that stuff.
That's cool.
Warning lights for all pressure.
So this is just a tester. Looks pretty tight though.
You just fuck with it, do that.
Yeah, I have to learn how to do it all.
Sweet. I'll show you guys when we're doing it. It plugs right into that factory where the clock usually goes. It goes right into there, and then that way, when I'll get in there and show you, it's got these two gauges. Evan, film those gauges on the dash.
You just turned them off.
Grab that and show the dash. These ones. We're taking these out because I don't like the way this one looks, and I hate them being on
That
the
one's
wheel.
not lit up right now.
And look, it blocks. Look at the check engine light goes on in here.
Whoa.
And it blocks it.
Oh yeah.
I hate that.
See that back there?
Yeah, when you're driving, if the check engine light comes on, you won't know unless you like tilt your head.
Straight F'd.
Straight.
Yeah, I can't even get the GoPro back there.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
How do I get it back there? I can't. You can't see it. Oh yeah, wait. I see it back there.
Ambient air. Coolant to 80 degrees. That tells you the temperature on the cat. RPM 0.
Well, the temperature on the cat should say 0.
No.
Because there is none.
Yeah, there is.
There's no cats. Yeah, we're gonna throw that thing in. It should look so cool. Just the way it mounts in there. The CTSV is it's a classic car, or like it's a classy car, I should say. And when you get all these gauges sitting on the dash, or like right there on the wheel like that, I'm just not a big fan of it. I'm getting in the passenger side.
Horsepower. Like, how does no horsepower?
So see, it goes right in here. So you take out the factory analog one.
What are these?
Gee, do we just have to pull this face off then? This thing?
All that has to come off, yeah.
And how long of a... Oh, I guess they gave you a pretty long cord.
But it should go right in there, look clean. We can get rid of all. This one's for meth. This one's for, because this has a meth system on it. And then this one is for the air fuel. But the gauge kind of doesn't even work, dude. It will sit there and will flash sometimes. One number. That's why it's another annoying thing.
That's POS.
Yeah, it's annoying. He was sitting there racing and it's just going. And he's like, oh, it's annoying. You can just see it flashing blue.
Blue at night, I bet.
It's too bright too. The blue, it's annoying.
I mean, they're cool. Well, they are. If they both worked, it look good.
Okay, I literally just opened up the glove box. I've even had this car for a little bit, and we just found a time slip from 2015.
Dang, he was there early. 9:16 a.m.
Early. That's crazy. So yeah, the car was pretty much stock when he had it, or when that was done. Or it probably had some bolt-ons. They ran a 12. We don't know which one it was, left or right lane, but they both ran.
Those out, though.
Huh?
I would take those out if I was trying to sell it.
Yeah, I would too. But you know, it's not like he knew this was in there. 2015.
I know. Was it tucked way in there?
It was tucked inside these wires, like all weird. That's kind of cool to keep now, though.
Yeah.
Just because it's old.
Yeah. It's gotta come off. Regardless.
We need a smaller screwdriver. Mini. Get the fucking
baby bitch.
Micro bitch.
Yeah.
A micro slizzut.
Unless I'm ordering a fucking other dash piece.
God damn it.
Right off the bat, first panel.
Let's come right here. Do it from the side. So do it from the side now. Here, use your.
I don't want up your pleather.
These shouldn't right there. It's real leather, dog. It's caddy.
Whatever.
Pull
So
up,
pretty
right
much
there.
is pulling off Ferrari.
Hold on. Look where you're going though.
I know.
You go down, you're gonna be hitting that lower
how far
plastic.
down does this thing go?
Go right here and just go like a 1/4 inch
I know. I
in.
was trying to see how far down the lip goes. In there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, not that far. Go and pull it right there.
You got to pull off these little side trim pieces. I can't really get up in here because
No.
pretty much got to pull that side trim off, get up there, and then pull the dash face off. And then we can kind of get access to everything in there and put the gauge in there and run the gauge wiring through here.
Oh, hold on, you're scratching.
Just hitting his hand as I'm in there. I'm just going to shut up and let them do it. The wood grain looks cooler than the other one.
I love this dark wood grain in this car.
It looks sick.
tight.
I don't even know if those ones are supposed to have clips. See how this one's smaller than the rest of them? I think it's just supposed to rest in
This
there.
has got both of the side trims off. They're paying in the beep.
Paying in the speed of the boop.
Okay.
YouTube always makes it.
10 mil.
No.
Yep.
Not this bottom. We're not taking that off. I think it's this.
That's a 7 mil.
Okay, now we're popping off the main gauge, or the main face of the
Schmuster.
the smuster.
Okay, this is this whole thing supposed to come off
These
with
guys
it? I don't
might
remember
break
that.
it, so that's
yeah,
why
it
I'm
is.
videoing actually. We're gonna
Hold on.
That is the cringiest thing I've ever seen. There we go.
There it goes.
Boom. So basically, it's
what about down here? All this
it all
stays on?
pops in with clips for the most part, like
All this stays on? He didn't have anything down here?
I don't know. Hold on, let me get this bent. Oh, yeah.
Deinstalled. Whole dash face is off now. Get behind there with this.
Oh, I can't do both.
Now they're taking off the center dash.
Oh, yeah.
Deleting. Yeah, we're deleting the
Yeah,
center
we're going to
piece.
leave it like this, I think.
It looks better, honestly.
Yeah.
Just going to mount like duct
easier to
tape
work on.
the gauge right here.
Right there in the center piece.
Yeah, so then we just run
Actually,
there.
just forget the gauge. We can
You
just
can
get
do a
rid of all
polish
the
kit.
gauges. Weight reduction.
Gauge delete.
Agreed.
All right, boys, let's go out there and get the gauge
This is
mounted.
distractions from the road.
Yep.
I kind of want to get ice cream.
Want ice cream?
Yeah. Some frozen yogurt, Tutti Frutti.
No, dude.
Get off that cord, Derek.
How about? So these 4 screws hold this in.
I think it's just these two. I think.
Okay.
Because I don't see anything here.
I got you. So pretty much this dash face, like you said, I was showing you, it clips in. We pulled
Actually,
it
I
out.
don't even know if you need to take that out.
Here's the back side of it,
Oh, yeah, you gotta
and
take
this
it
is
off.
the clock right here.
That's not going on.
What
What
does
the fuck?
that whole that whole?
Oh, no. Okay, now I see it. This whole fucking thing right here.
There's like 4 Phillips screws. Pull those out, and that should come out after.
It looks like that's
The
just
gauge?
a bracket. There. Freedom.
And here we are now at the actual, just the face with the gauge.
This is the part.
Which I will be detailing.
Got the gauge out. The old piece. And now Troy's gonna, we're using that same stuff that I was telling you earlier, we're gonna do a detailing video, some compound. You can see there's all these micro scratches in it. Just from, you know, hands and rings and whatever
The
shifting.
gauge sits in here.
Yeah, it sits in the factory
There
thing,
is
right?
there is some editing required, some modifying.
Thing I thought I was gonna be able to.
So then we got the gauge out now, and pretty much how it is this is kind of like the back plate of the gauge that sat in here. So we reuse this, and the stock and that gauge goes in this, right?
Yeah.
And we reuse all this. Inside here, you just had to trim these 2 little plastic things off for the new one to fit. Right in there. Really simple to do. Just snip them right off. Now he's gonna, like I said, use the stock front plate for the clock and that back plate right here still. Like that.
So those are on the bottom, right?
Yep.
Pieces.
Hold on though. I want to polish this. So
Quick update.
pause.
Because I know I told you guys differently, just in case anyone's actually doing this. We actually don't use this. This is that back piece. Our brother said that you actually, yeah, for the clock, it sits on the back of there, like that. You actually instead just use the bracket, which is this, right?
Yep. This, when you bolt this together with this piece,
Yeah.
this holds it in there. Like
So
that.
pretty much you just use one less piece and put it back together, just how it was, just
Yep.
without that white cover. Put up a tab real quick. Oh wait, there you go. So the gauge is pretty much in. Troy is getting his OCD on.
Just hit the buffer on it.
Just literally used literally used an orbital on the dash. But it does look, he took out some scratches.
That does look minty now.
It's just sick how OEM it looks. Oh,
I tried watching for a second.
It's hacked.
Can you tilt it up a tad real quick? Oh wait, there you go. So the gauge is pretty much in. Troy is getting his OCD on.
Just hit the buffer on it.
Just literally used literally used an orbital. Alright, so we're getting that front fascia in.
Installation time.
Straight installation kit, dude. Ran the wire, it goes under this little, I can't really show, well, pretty much it slides.
There's a little cubby underneath the dash.
Yeah, it pretty much slides under there. He ran the wire up inside here and it tucks, it plugs in the OBT too.
On the floor.
Tucks in. Got you. Which one you want though? So, and then he pulled the wire up through here into this area, coming out. Literally, it's most of this stuff is plug and play simplicity. So now there's the rest of the wiring harness that he's bringing over.
Nope, that one right there. Anyone else?
So we're in here working on this, and this man's comes in and says he's got a surprise for me. And sure enough, I was just talking crap this morning. I was like, they haven't even sent me a tracking number yet. And sure enough, the basically some of the first few mods on the Duramax are in store. I do an open kit on that. The other thing that should be coming soon here should be the intake mount piece, the intake inlet. I got the
Turbo
SMB
inlet,
one.
yeah. Turbo mouthpiece, about a million names for it.
There it is.
There's the T, the fog
sticker.
thing.
Instructions and hose. Simple as that.
Boom.
Oh, a little of this, little of that, little beep beep bop.
Schmeedly.
Okay, I gotta pop this through the old hole there.
You need me to grab some up there?
Yep, someone's gonna have to snake her.
10-4. So we're running the wiring for the OBD2 on the gauge through the floor into the O2 sensor behind the primaries.
Yeah, it's,
Oh, there's a mat under there too. I see. Okay, I'll grab that too. Is that good?
yeah.
Still drill my hand out.
On this episode of two idiots working on a truck,
Oh yeah.
we're trying to figure out if this transit stock.
Well, it's got a black torque converter.
So it's at least replaced.
Why?
And dude, it looks like I bought it from the store and I put it in.
Brand new.
It's super
Brand new.
fresh.
Yeah.
I mean, they shouldn't look dirty though.
I mean, some are not dirty at all.
It
Yeah.
looks brand new.
Are they black factory?
I don't know. I was looking that up. I saw a bunch of different ones.
And we don't know if it's a 48 or a 68 either.
We're thinking the trans shifts too good for it to be stock.
Especially after the beating we've already put it through.
170k miles Dodge. Trans
Definitely
is shifting good.
Not the original.
No way.
It is not possible. No way.
That bell house.
The shifts are solid, super firm, feels nice. So no
feels
way.
better than the Allison.
No way it's in a rigid kit.
I've almost
Why
had
is
my
this-
legs severed about 15 times sitting under here.
Dude, was there a dude in a Rhino out
Did you
here?
see that thing, dude?
Yeah.
I heard brap brap. I was
No,
like,
it was
what
a
the?
It was like a quad, but it was lifted.
Quad is lifted. Good
Intro.
old Texas.
On
Good.
like, it was all like 30s or some
Anything
shit.
you can put a lift kit on. Welcome to
It was
Texas.
lifted. It was stance too.
All right, y'all. So, I'm kind of finishing up the video about the CTSV, the Aeroforce gauge install that we've been working on. Pretty much what happened is we were working on it, and then the thing where I last let off was we were wiring underneath the car, the EGT wiring. Pretty much it comes with like a little connector box. My brother did most of the wiring for it, but he ran it up through under the floorboard. I know you guys were seeing that where we peeled this kind of off to the side here and pulled it up through here, went through here and wired whatever he needed to do for the EGT. And then that was really it. So after from that box to there, the rest of it pulls all of the data from the OBD2 port. So we plugged it in, everything's set now on the gauge. And then literally, I think you guys have already seen where it literally just plugs in right here to your OBD2. And that he ran up under there and you can't even see it, and kind of behind here, and it plugs in right behind the gauge. And that's really all you got to do. This is how it looks in the car. Looks sweet. Like I said, way better than having the gauges here. Now you can see it. Now it's like an open area. You can actually see all your displays, because on the V you can actually see a decent amount of stuff. Let me turn this off. So you can go through, you got oil pressure, G-forces. You can see a good amount of stuff in there, and you want to be able to see that. But with like a lot of the other gauge options, put it in there and it blocks a lot of view. So there's definitely a good alternative. As you can see, I'll show you how it starts up. It looks pretty sweet. Let me see if it'll turn off. Hold on. Let's see. It's not turning off, but it's pretty much how it looks. You can see it's got boost on there and air-fuel ratio, which is the reason why we're doing boost is because the car makes more boost than the stock gauge makes. So now we can actually finally see what it truly makes. And then air-fuel ratio, because I'd say that's pretty much one of the most important ones to have. But yeah, other than that, I definitely recommend this gauge. It looks great. I think the gauge was, I don't want to quote the price exactly. I know it was under 500 bucks. And you get a lot of readings in here. I mean, you can go through them. You get batteries, a whole slew of other gauges on there. But yeah, definitely, I recommend if you have a CTSV and you're looking for a pretty cool gauge, I definitely recommend the Aeroforce. There it is starting up now. Like that. Well, now we started it. You can see all the monitors here. Rev it up a tad bit. You can see everything working a little better. But yeah, how was the wiring hard?
That was a little difficult. Definitely tricky with the instructions aren't that great on the manual, but we figured it out.
Great gauge, definitely recommend it. The install's not that hard, it's pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next video. I'm also going to add in some bonus footage because while we were kind of doing all this, it started raining a little bit. Texas, you know how it is, up and down with the weather. But we took the V out mid kind of doing the gauge, and we did some donuts. So I'll put that in the end of this video, and enjoy, and we'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.